Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gbemmy. I'm a Nigerian immigrant in Canada. I make lifestyle, fitness, wellness videos, vlogs, my life in Canada and everything in between. If you like things like that, please subscribe to my channel, and I'm very happy to have you here. And so my OG subscribers, thank you so much for always tuning in, giving me the likes, the comments. Honestly, I appreciate you guys, because I won't say I'm the most consistent, even though I know I've said this before and I'm beginning to sound like a broken record, but at this point I'm going to be very consistent with my channel, showing up as much as possible for you guys, because the more you show up for me, the more I feel appreciated. So anyway, let's dive into the video. Ask you guys, or the guys on my Instagram, to ask me questions that they want to know about, and I'm going to be answering all of your questions. It's so many questions. I'll try to answer as much as possible and be as open and honest as possible. Let's go. The first question: what part of the GTA do you live in? Why? Do you want to give me money? Do you want to send me money? For security reasons, I won't be sharing, but I wanted to say that I live in like the safe part. But then a few weeks ago, a part of my building was robbed, so I can't say I live in the safe part anymore. So I don't even think I live in the GTA. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. I live somewhat midtown. I hope that helps, of Toronto. So yeah. Next question is, I'm looking at the questions on my phone. I live in Vancouver. Is it worth moving to Toronto to be with a larger Nigerian community? Also, what areas in Toronto are best for accommodation in terms of proximity to downtown? I don't know what this means. SFTY. I don't know what that means. And I guess affordable. In my opinion, I can't say for sure, like, moving to Vancouver to come here. Of course, Nigerian community here is huge. You have, in my opinion, I've seen more people from that I knew in Nigeria here than when I was in Nigeria. So it's a very big community. I don't say it's close knit, but there are a lot of Nigerian activities, parties, things to do, gatherings, connections. So yeah, is it worth it? I'll say yes, but somewhat. And when it comes to like rent, I know Vancouver is slightly more expensive than Toronto, so you might want to consider that factor too when thinking of moving to Toronto. What areas do I think are good? If you don't drive, it's important to live on the subway line. So I'll think Yonge and Eglinton. Those are like places that are close to downtown. That's like somewhat midtown, and I won't say it's not as expensive as living downtown. So Yonge and Eglinton, I'll say Etobicoke. I'll say some parts of, I don't know, Mississauga. It's not on the subway line, but it's somewhat affordable. Looking for like affordability, you know, things that are living like Mississauga or like Brampton. You need a car, but if you're looking like somewhere you don't want to buy a car, just stay on the subway line. Just look for the subway map. Anywhere on the subway line that's not like up to like North York, just from like Yonge and Eglinton down towards like Union. If I can find a photo of the subway line, I'll put it somewhere here, but it's just somewhere after Yonge and Eglinton down. If you're going on the other side of the subway, you can do like Etobicoke. Yeah, I think those would be like areas I recommend for anybody that wants to live somewhere close to downtown. I hope that helps. What do I miss the most about Nigeria? It's definitely my family. It's sad, and it's how can I explain it? Because I'm the only child of my parents, if you didn't know. So I've mostly lived alone most of my 20s, away from home. So now my parents are getting older, so I feel some sort of guilt. I don't want to get teary-eyed and start crying, because almost every other week I feel sad and cry about it, because I feel like I'm missing some of like the, you know, because your parents are getting old, they're getting lonelier, you know, things like that. So it's, see, my family anyway. So when it comes to food, I eat Nigerian food here, my friends are here, all of that. What I miss the most is my family. So I hope that helps. And someone asked me, how far with therapy? Are you still going to therapy, and what are the major benefits? I said, okay, if you didn't know, I started therapy sometime in 2021 when I was dealing with severe symptoms of anxiety. So basically, I used to get serious panic attacks, which are contributed by so many factors. Like I was waiting for like my PR to be approved for like going on almost 2 years. I was living somewhere I was not happy. I was living in Port Harcourt. I was no longer happy there. So many other circumstances. So there were so many factors that contributed to me being so anxious. So I just needed therapy to like understand why this was happening. Because when it comes to anxiety, sometimes it gets so bad. Like I lost my appetite. I was jittery. I was not functional at work. I mean, so it was a huge struggle. All I could just do was just keep going to the gym to keep my sanity. So therapy basically helps me understand what was happening, because I didn't know what was happening. Just for these changes in my body, I was always like on the edge. I was shaky. My heart rate was like boom, boom, boom. I didn't know what was happening. So therapy really helped me to understand. I think the thing about therapy is that people think it's like a magic pill, like, oh yeah, like I go to the doctor and they give you medicine, like yeah, great. No, therapy more, I think I'm seeing the results of therapy years after therapy, because your therapist most times will ask you questions, try to understand you, look at your patterns, your childhood, things like that, and they give you recommendations and sometimes assignments to do. So those assignments are for you to like look inward, introspect, and say, okay, why am I acting like this? Why is this happening to me? Am I repeating a pattern? Am I being triggered by something? So going to therapy really helped me understand like my patterns, my decision making, how to regulate my emotions, how to manage my anxiety, how to not get overwhelmed, how to be more organized. So it really helped me do a lot of introspection. So now I'll say one of the benefits for me has been like I have so much emotional regulation. People say that I have full control of my emotions. Yes, because it's been with practice. Like if someone annoys me, the most I'll tell you is that you made me really upset. Can I have some time to think about this? I won't go like, oh my god, yeah, this, yeah, that. I feel like that's giving that person so much power over me. So I just like move from the situation and just take time to analyze like, okay, is this thing about me, or are they having a bad day? And also it helped me with like with empathy. Like especially since the pandemic, people are going through so many things, so I'm not quick to judge if someone is being weird or like withdrawn. I have so much more empathy because as someone that's gone through such tough mental health challenges, I extend so much empathy to more people around me. If you want me to talk more about my therapy experience, you can leave a comment or question. I'll be happy to answer in the next video. I hope that helps. So next question is, what's social life like over there? I hear there's not much to do socially in Canada. There's so much to do, but the thing is, especially as if you moved in your late 20s into your 30s, at that point your mind is you already formed your opinions about life. You're already in a box. So there's so much to do, like when it comes to like if you're open-minded, like there's so many concerts to do, you can travel, you can go hiking, there are different kind of bars, there's so much food to try. I mean in the summer there's so much to do. In the winter not so much, but in the summer there's so much to do. If you want to do something from like Thursday to Sunday in the summer, there's always something. So you're not limiting yourself to like only Nigerian activities. There's always something to do in Toronto. So I can't say that there's no social life. It's just that we are used to a certain kind of social interaction as Nigerians back home. So you just need to be open-minded and be more open-minded to explore the possibilities here. Of course, na money kill am here eventually, but still you it's just the bottom line is you need to open your mind to what's possible here. So social life it's not like Nigeria, but it's not as dead as people say. So of course you're not going to have like your owambe. There's no wedding every weekend. That one is there. There's no beer parlor on the side. Of course there are pubs and everything, but it's different from like Nigeria. And also if you host a party in your building, by 11 I'm telling you, close it down. Clubs close at like I think depending on I think 2, 3, I can't remember now. So it's not the same as Nigeria, but it doesn't mean it's dead, if you get what I mean. So it's just a different kind of experience, not like there's no social life. All right. Hey, what a question. The question is, oh, are you single? Else to add, yeah, I'm single. Aww. Yeah, I have no other question. Yeah, nothing to add. How has apartment sharing been? Honestly, this is my second time sharing with somebody. My first one was not a good experience because we were of different cultures. She was Chinese, I'm Nigerian, and people here are more individualistic than us Africans. So there was a lot of clash. Not like clash per se, but just more like we didn't understand each other on that level. And she just used to have like one visitor, just her boyfriend, and she didn't like when I had like guests over, things like that, you know. So it was a very dicey situation, but I'm happy it ended because my roommate now is amazing. I've not had any issues. She's Nigerian, there's an understanding there. We basically like family, we go out together, we talk, we gist. So honestly, I feel like finding a roommate or housemate is almost like finding a life partner. It's sometimes it's a hit or a miss sometimes, because I met my roommate the very day, like physically anyway, the very day she moved in, and there's not been an issue since we living together. English. Anyway, for me, in my second experience so far, it's been easy for me because I'm very easygoing too. I don't stress. I'm very free with my things. I'm not like I don't know. I'm very easygoing, so it's been easy for me so far. Hope that helps. So someone asked me, what is my comfort meal? What is my comfort? Honestly, I like rice, anything rice. But my comfort meal, because it is so expensive in Canada, my comfort meal is definitely yam and eggs. If you see somebody eating yam in this Canada, just hold your trouser, because you can buy one yam $20 in this country. So yam, very soft yam, and eggs. So and the ratio of eggs to yam should be like 3:1. So yeah, that's my comfort meal. Like I eat it like every time, and I rarely eat it because yam is too expensive in this country. So you can imagine my life. Someone said, I want to buy a car from Facebook Marketplace. Do you recommend? Yes, because I bought my car on Facebook Marketplace. Realistically, the car should have been cheaper than what I bought it for, but then when I came in 2022, there was like a scarcity of cars. So older cars were so expensive when I moved to Canada. I still have the same car till now. I bought the car on Facebook Marketplace. The guy came to my house, brought it to my house, all of that. I paid him cash. So yeah, just do your findings. Make sure you guys meet critically. Get someone to look at the car. Most cars here are like really good, honestly, because the roads are fairly good. They have good maintenance culture, so I've not had any issues so far with my car. So yeah, that helps. So the next question: do you plan to return to Canada? Sorry, return to Nigeria. So honestly, I can't answer because I'm due for like my Canadian passport next year. So I'll be 3 years in Canada next year. So it's a huge year for me. I come to Nigeria, honestly, I don't know if I'm returning. I really can't say for sure, honestly. I'm taking one day at a time, but returning to Nigeria right now is not really on my plate because the jobs, my friends are not there, the network is not there for me anymore. So I really can't say at this point, but then who knows tomorrow? So never say never though. What did you think about the Clay and AD situation from the recent season of Love is Blind? You know, in light of recent happenings, if you don't know who Clay and AD are, Clay and AD were a couple on Love is Blind. They were basically engaged. He got to the altar, then he broke up with her and said he wasn't ready for a relationship, all of that, for a marriage, all of that. So he broke her heart and everything. Me, I knew the guy did not like her. When they did the reunion and he was crying, I said, this man is a liar. It's me, he's manipulative. But and as someone who has met a few people like Clay, AD dodged a bullet, and in hindsight she will be happy he dumped her. I mean, look at the recent situation with the Selena camera cut off for a bit. Look at the recent situation with the Selena babe. Like, look at that mess. Even the girl was even not tagging AD on her stories. So I hate to talk about like men and things like that because I'm not a man. I don't live like a man. I just do not like to give up my energy to things like that. But people like that are emotionally unavailable. They don't want to do the work to be better. They rather go from person to person till they find somebody that will be able to live with their trauma. And he look at the history with his family. He doesn't have good examples. So I'm happy for her, and nobody, and as someone who has met people who basically try to drain your energy. Oh, I want you to uplift me, I want you to, you know, take me as I am. No, don't take them as they are. No, let everybody go to therapy and become a better person for you. So situation, I'm happy for AD that it didn't work out, because at the end of the day, I mean, look at what is happening now. I mean, look at what is happening now with the whole Selena, the mess. I think she dodged the bullet, and I think he'll be single for a long time. And even if he's not single for a long time and find somebody, it's going to be a very interesting relationship, because he's clearly not mature enough to be in a committed relationship. That's my own opinion anyway. Okay, this is not a question, but if you need like a personal assistant, virtual, I'm interested. Oh, I was trying to recruit for an assistant a while ago. I already got somebody. She started a while ago, and it's been okay. For now, I don't have any openings. If I do, I'll post on my stories or all my social media. Anyway, those are the questions. Thank you guys for asking me all those interesting questions. I hope I was able to answer all of your questions and satisfy your curiosity. Please like and subscribe. Ask me other questions in the comments. I'll be happy to do another video, or make this video like quarterly or once. You know, let me know in the comments anyway. So leave a comment, subscribe, like, follow me at all my relevant social media handles below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.